Solo Oryx Extreme Mode 390. The hardest challenge in Destiny 1 and probably one of the hardest challenge in Destiny history. Taken King already released 10 years ago and still no one accomplished this challenge on Extreme Mode 390. At first, most of people really thought this challenge was impossible due to the fact that the light was so high and there was no way to stagger Oryx. I've done a video 8 years ago about the first proof of concept on Oryx 390, but this strategy was not enough to make it happen. Few years after, in 2021, I decided to go back to Destiny because I have some new strategy in my mind that I wanted to test it. I put the old strat that I had in the Destiny Red Solo server in Discord, but it seemed that the strategy that I gave was not realistic and not humanly possible, and till now, no one has accomplished this challenge. To be honest, since 2017, I think I spent more than 500 hours on this challenge. If I count all the testing, all the strategy that I tried, all the time that I spent on Oryx, even improving small details to have less RNG. And to talk about it with the strat that I will show you today, I found out a way to reduce RNG a lot more. This challenge for me is a real masterpiece. I spent too much time on it, and I really think it's one of the hardest challenges in Destiny, and I really hope one day someone will finally make it. And I think Bungie should create a belt for this challenge. So maybe there is some people who don't know why I say 390 or extreme mode. Because when you are in orbit and you want to run for a King's Fall Red, you have 3 modes. As you can see, there is the normal mode in 290, the hard mode in 310, and the extreme mode in 390. The gap is huge between the 310 and the 390, you have no idea. That's why some people don't think this challenge is humanly possible, or even some people think it's impossible. Okay, I talked enough about the challenge, now let's talk about the strategy. So for you to know, Oryx have to be done before the enrage, because there is no way to do it when it happened. This is literally impossible. So Oryx 390 has to be a 5 rounds, so 4, 3, 4, 4, and the last round 1 blight, and I will explain you why in the video later. Okay, let's start. As you know, it's really important, and mostly in 390, to get a lot of ammo drop at the beginning of the run. You will really need it for the next round. When you kill the ads, make sure you have these weapons with this perk equipped. It will allow you to get more ammo when you're on it. Also make sure to switch to the year 1 exotic chest that allow you to get 15 ammo of sleeper instead of 12. And don't forget to put the other back. Before starting, I will show you the loadout of my warlock. Obviously, I use the self-res subclass, and we really need to put the Angel of Light for the stagger. Then the most important weapon that we need for the challenge is this shotgun, the shotgun from the Iron Banner. This is the only shotgun in the game which have 7 bullets in the magazine, and 7 bullets in a shotgun is the only consistent way to do the stagger on 390. Also make sure to have the perk automatic and the range, and you will be good. Also, you will really need the sleeper to put the life of the ogres low and for the shade of Oryx. And maybe the Thunder Road that I will show you later in the video. And as you can see, you can just check the perk that I have on my stuff. Okay, let's start. First round, the easiest one. On the first one, you will need 4 blights. First thing to do is to put the ogre's life low with the sleeper. So in 390, you can't use a sniper to put the ogre's low life, because you need to have a shotgun for the stagger. As you can see, I try to really reduce the amount of ammo sleeper that I'm gonna shot on the ogres, because I have to really keep it for the next round. So for the 2 front ogres, just shoot 8 times with the scout rifle and 2 headshots with the sleeper. And for my side ogres, just 1 nade and 2 headshots is needed. But as you see on the third ogres, the first shot was a body shot, so I needed to put 1 more body shot and 1 headshot to not kill him. But 1 nade and 2 headshots is enough. After putting the 4 ogres life low, just quickly go for the stagger as fast as possible. Okay, stop. And here's the problem. I need to stack 4 blight for the first round, the third round, and the fourth round. And the fact that I stagger Oryx with a shotgun, it makes the front ogres going a little bit back. So there is two ways to keep them close to the center. The first way is really known by most of people, just jump to make the ogres keep an eye on you. And the second way is a trick that I got, it's to shoot on their feet to make the ogres come to you just before the stagger. This way the ogres gonna be really close to you when you will have to stack them to the center. And you have to know when we do the stagger on the right side, take a lot of damage on 390 because you use Angel of Light when you do the stagger and the ogres make a lot of damage. So the way to do it when the ogres come to you, make you enough time to do the stagger without taking any damage. Okay, now let's go back to the stagger. You will have to jump on the perfect timing on his chest and to be enough far inside, then aim with your shotgun to activate the Angel of Light and use all your magazine to make the stagger. When it's done, you will instantly die because you will fall off, then use your self-res and switch your subclass really fast to make your super back to 0%, that way you will have time to get your super back again. And here's the strat. Many people thought that we need bad juju to get our super back, but we don't really need it. Just kill the back ogres as fast as possible, then let come the front ogres come to you and stack them. You just need to wait at the good timing to shoot with the sleeper. The bullet will pierce both. When the 4 blight are stacked, you have to be really fast, because 1 second too late can destroy your run. As you can see, I went on the blight straight after killing the last ogres, then kill the knight when they come to take the blight. So killing the 4 ogres plus the 2 knights allow me to get my super back. When the 4 blight are taken, just use 1 shot of sleeper to validate the damage. Because sometimes just shoot with a scout rifle or automatic rifle is not enough to validate all the 4 blight in the same time. I mean in 390. And I will show you now an example why we need to be really fast when we take the blight. So in this example I kill the back ogres quick, and as you can see the front ogres are really far from me, so that make me lose maybe 1 or 2 seconds. Then in this example I decided to kill the 2 knights before going into the blight, and you will see that I will don't have enough time to validate the damage. Yes, so sad. Let's keep going our run. Now that Oryx took 4 blight damage, it's time to mortals. So nothing too fancy, just shoot on every knight on the plate and you will maybe have luck to get ammo. Second round. Here I will use a different strategy because I'm not going to have my super back before the stagger. And the second round is the only round that I will not have my super back before the stagger. I will need to kill 2 ogres and 1 knight to get my super, and I will have to take 2 blight in same time than staggering Oryx. So just kill the first ogre when it appears, put the second ogre low life, then kill the knight and the adds. Then enrage the second ogre to let it come to the first blight. When he's enough close to it, just kill him and get ready for the stagger. Be careful of Oryx and just jump because he's going to shoot at you and you're gonna take a lot of damage from it. Now you will have to get a really good timing, and when the end of Oryx is at the maximum high, just jump straight up on the 2 blights. You will really need the perfect timing, and when the message shows up, just go straight on the stagger. You will be killed by the blight and not by falling off. And here you don't have to switch between your subclasses because you will need to have your melee charge. Okay, stop. Now, depending on the RNG of the vessel, the explosion of the blight will kill either 2 ogres, 1 ogre, or none of them. In this example, the 2 ogres died from the blights, so you will need to wait that your super energy go back to 0 before kill the knight. Go to the other knight, standing with your shotgun and put your melee charge, and you can go straight up on the blight. If you have the 2 ogres still alive, this is the worst RNG, then you will have to kill them really fast and put your melee charge. But in my example, in 390, I have only 1 ogre still alive. So I put the ogre low life, then I kill the knight while my super energy is empty, then jump on the ogre and put my melee charge. When the ogre died, I go straight up on the blight and switch for a sword and an automatic rifle. Automatic rifle are the easiest weapon to validate damage on 390. Also make sure to shoot enough on its chest to have enough time to sword blocking. So as you see, the second round has to be a 3 blight, because 1, you don't have your super energy before the stagger, and 2, Oryx need to have a 1 blight left for the last round. So you cannot do 4 bombs every round. For the third and the fourth rounds, it's basically the same than the first round. The only difference is that the vessel has way too much RNG. And round 3 and 4 are my biggest problem in this challenge, just because of the vessel. We show you this example after the stagger. As you can see, the vessel doesn't want to go to the front augers and just stay to the back augers. So it makes me no choice to kill the front augers first, then enrage the 2 back augers to let it come to me. And this is also the worst RNG that you can have, because when you have to take the blight on the same side of Oryx, you take too much damage. And to be honest with you, I'm not really consistent on round 3 and 4. And it seems that the vessel don't react the same than normal mode and hard mode, due to the fact that I have to do the stagger with the shotgun, and I shoot to the feet to the augers to enrage them before the stagger. But don't forget, I do it because I need them to be the closest from the middle. Because I have to get 4 bombs for round 3 and 4. So yeah, this is where I stuck until now. I'm showing you now an example that I get on hard mode that can maybe avoid the RNG of the vessel. I try to enrage the 4 augers in some time and stack them all on the front corner of Oryx. I think Thunder Roll is the best weapon for that. Then kill the 2 knights to get my super and go straight on the bombs. This way I would have maybe less RNG for the vessel. I'm showing you another example where I have the good RNG this time. The vessel go to the other side and it lets me stack the augers on the safe place. And Thunderlord can be useful to stack the augers in the same place, because sometimes with a shot of the sleeper, they are too far from each other. And basically, the fourth round is the same than the third round, so I have nothing to add about it. So after that, it should be a 4, 3 and 4, so a total of 11 bombs, and it should be the time for the Shade of Oryx. In 390, the Shade have way more health than the hard mode, and the best weapon for that is also the sleeper. So make sure to have at least 10 or 11 ammo in your sleeper, it should be enough to kill the Shade. It's also really important to switch to your Solonade before entering the Shade, to throw it on the thrall when they start to be a lot. And it will be really helpful to have your super back and to get ammo drop on the floor. When the Shade start to charge you, just jump and use Angel for Light and shoot 4 times with your shotgun to save sleeper ammo. After that, you have a little bit time to kill some thrall, that I don't do, and just kill the Shade. When the Shade died, just quickly turn and try to shoot at least 1 time the 2 knights. That way you get super energy and maybe ammo drop. As I told you, I don't need to explain you the first round because it's exactly the same than the third round. Okay, before going to the final phase, I have to show you the Slam Death strat on 390. I found this strat in early 2018 when I was doing my Solo Oryx in sub 10. The strategy consists to take 2 blight before the stagger and 2 blight after the stagger. So I show you here another way to do a 4 bombs in 390. Kill the first auger, then kill the knight and the adds. When the auger on the opposite side of Oryx appears, just shoot straight with 2 headshots and make a little rage to let it come to the first bomb. When it's close enough, just kill him. And same than the second round, when the hand of Oryx is at the maximum high, just go straight on the blight. Validate the bomb and stagger Oryx at the same time. And now you have to be really quick. Okay, first for you to understand, to validate 2 bombs in 390 without a self-res, you need to have the perk Mortal Medicine time 4. What I mean by time 4 is every adds that I kill with my nade help me to regen my life quickly. And I can stack the perk with 4 adds maximum. That's why I need to have Mortal Medicine time 4. And without time 4, you don't regen enough fast to survive the bomb in 390. Good thing to know, when I finish the stagger, there are 3 thralls who spawn on each corner of the map. So it allows me to spawn trap with my nade the 3 thralls who spawn on the side of Oryx. When it's done, go kill as fast as possible the 2 knights who want to take the bombs. Then switch for a sword and a fusion rifle. Personally, I use the fusion Wizard 77, which have a good impact and a good range. Throw a nade on the sword to get your ×4 mortal medicine stack. Then jump on the first bomb, and when the message shows up, go straight on the other bomb. Put your melee charge on the sword. Without it, you will cannot survive to the second bomb. Things that you have to know and that I don't like because there is way too much RNG is that you don't have to take any damage from the ads and have 1% health. If you took only 1 damage, you can say goodbye to your run because you will not have enough health to survive the bomb. That's why I don't really like this way and I prefer the other way that I show you. But still good to keep in mind that it's possible this way. So after pulling your melee charge, you will need to get a good timing to validate the bomb. Just shoot with your fusion rifle and sword block the first bomb. And for the perfect timing, wait that the message disappear, shoot another time and sword block the bomb. And also, to survive, you will need to be full resistance and full regen in your subclass. That way, with this strat, you can do 4 bombs. But that's not my favorite. I'm just showing you quick an example why you have to get the perfect timing. Because in 390, if you shoot too fast with your fusion in the chest of Oryx, the time that you sword blocking and the bomb explodes, Oryx has the time to regen his blight in this chest. As you can see here, I shoot too fast, then look, he only takes 3 bombs and not 4. So after your first one down and the Shade of Oryx killed, you should be at 15 out of 16 blights. And when you go out from the Shade of Oryx, just go straight, switch your stuff, and try to have Intellect level 5 and Strength level 5. It's going to be really important for the rest of the video, and you will know why later. It's finally time for the last round. It took me a lot of time to find a good strategy and to be really consistent on it. Because at the end of the round, after validating the last bomb to Oryx, I had to find a way to have my super for the final stunt. And to be honest, it drove me crazy to find it. And many people think we need bad juju for that, but in fact, we don't. Before I show you the real strat for the final round, I wanted to show you the theory that I had in my mind with the bad juju. So just after the stagger, I killed the 2 ogres in front of me and just kill 1 ogre at the opposite side as fast as possible. Why? To make the knight to come faster. And to be clear, all these clips has been made in 390. Then, wait the good timing for the knight to come closer, kill the ogre and kill the knight to get my super. I enter in the blight and when the message shows up, I go straight on the daughter's plate and try to validate the damage on Oryx chest with bad juju. As you can see, I sword blocked just after that, but Oryx didn't take the damage. I also try to shoot more in this chest, but I don't have time to sword blocking. And also try to sword skate to the opposite side. Sword block at the right timing. And no, still not enough. I think there is a way to make it possible, but this is not really consistent. And with the strat that I will show you now, it's way more consistent. So are you finally ready for it? The secret weapon is Monte Carlo. No, I'm not joking. I'll explain you why. I was looking for a strat to be consistent when I have to validate the damage from the last bomb and sword blocking. The thing is, I can't be really consistent if I don't have my melee charge. The fact that if I only take 1 damage from nowhere, I cannot survive to the last bomb even with max resistance. And I cannot pray for a good RNG for the last run after the entire run that I would have to do before. As you know, after the stagger, I have to use my self-res and switch to the subclass to have my super back to 0 quick, but if I do that, I don't have my melee charge. So I had to find something that can make my melee charge back quick, and the only thing for that was of course Monte Carlo. When you check the last perk of this weapon, when you kill an ad with Monte Carlo, you have a chance to get your melee back. And with my experience, you have 1 chance every 4 kills to have your melee back. But not only that, the perk also allows you to charge your melee when you make damage with the Monte Carlo. So the more you shoot an ad, the more you charge your melee back. And you have 4 girls to kill after the stagger, right? Okay, enough talk about Monte Carlo. I'll let you check the video now. So after all the ogres has been low life, change straight in your loadout to a sword and Monte Carlo. And here is the strat again. When Oryx has his hand up, just start running without stopping your sprint until you make the stagger. And guess what? You will appear to the dotted plate when you self-res. That way you have enough time to get your super back and validate the last bomb. Without this strat, the timing is really short before Oryx go back to the middle. Now kill the two front augers first with the Monte Carlo and just hit one time each knight that spawn in the front side. It will allow you to get your super back for the final stunt because this knight's gonna die from the last bomb. As you see, I didn't have the chance to have my full melee back, but it charged at the middle already. Killed the last two augers. And you see, I got my full melee charge perk when I killed the fourth auger. And if in the worst scenario I didn't have this chance, I would have my melee charge by shooting on the adds or on the knights. So I just detonate the bomb, put my melee charge on the first knight or adds that I will see, and shooting at Oryx until 1 second after the message disappears. The timing here is also really important to make enough damage to the Oryx chest and sword blocking in time. I show you another example why timing is so important. Here you see I shoot Oryx really late and he didn't take the damage. That's why timing is so crucial. And of course you're going to tell me for the 5th round Oryx is going to be in the back side of the map. So I got an example that I did in hard mode just to show you. Okay, after Oryx took his 16th bomb, it's finally time for the final stunt. So, to train myself to do the final stunt on 390, I needed help from people to get me to the final stunt. So, thank you to Tixo and his friends to help me to train myself. So, as you can see, before the final, everyone died to let me alone to do the final stunt. To reach Oryx and be close enough to his chest for the final stunt, you need to have enough hate. That's why you see me jumping on the right thing and make a huge jump to get to his chest. Then you just have to finish the work. In the real run in 390, you will just have to self-res to have the mission accomplished and Oryx died. So yeah, here is it. It's over. I show you the entire strategy of one of the hardest challenge of Destiny history. The famous challenge that was impossible in the mind of many people in the past. And I just show you today that it's 100% possible. If you guys want to know my personal best on Oryx 390, the maximum that I get is 11 bombs. 11 out of 16. And as I told you earlier in the video, my biggest problem was the RNG of the vessel at the 3rd and 4th round. The way that the vessel move either make the ogre immune too long time, or make me kill the augers in a side that it's really difficult to stack them all in the same place, and took too many damage if I'm in the wrong side from Oryx, or either the vessel take too long time to move and I don't have time to validate the bombs. So yeah, if you guys have any solution or any ideas about this, let me know. Let's find solution together to make this challenge happen. Or maybe we just have to accept that there is RNG on this challenge. But for now, personally, I stopped. I don't really have time with my personal life to spend too much time on this challenge. I just show you the whole strategy and it 100% work. Maybe I will go back to this challenge one day, let's see. So for the one who will spend the time for this challenge, you will have all my respect. Because for me, Solo Oryx 390 is a real masterpiece. And the one who will do it will probably be one of the best players in the world in Destiny. I wish to the best player of this game good luck. I will be really proud and happy when this challenge will be finally done. I hope you like and you appreciate the video. It was Bresko, your French boy. Love you all.